we're going to move on to a bit more like general life now. How would you describe yourself? Obviously, everyone sort of knows Terry the strongman, Terry the bodybuilder, because you're very much a person. People see you every day through social media, through the events. But away from all that, who is Terry?
I mean, generally, I'm quite a laid-back person. It's weird because I have this sort of odd combination. My mum often says it to me. It's like, in some ways, I'm the most intense person you'd ever meet, and in some ways, I'm the most laid-back person you'd ever meet. And it's when I'm sort of like focused on something or I'm really into something, I'm like so unbelievably intense to the point it's almost bordering on like some sort of OCD. But then if it's other stuff in life, I'm like the most laid-back person. Like nothing's a problem, and it's. I mean, I suppose I don't know. I'm just sort of. At the point I'm at in life now, the sort of person I am, I guess I'm just someone that's just trying to enjoy my life and do good things, be a good person, and that's pretty much it. Sort of, obviously we evolve and develop and everything else as we sort of go through life. So, yeah, I mean, now it's just all about peace and enjoying life and being happy.
That's pretty fair, mate, to be fair. What does your day look like? Again, I know it will involve the gym at some point, but there'll be days where you don't head over to the gym. What does that sort of look like?
Well, I mean, a general day for me depends on what I'm doing at the time. So if I'm on bodybuilding prep, it's get up, do cardio first thing in the morning, come home, eat. A lot of my day, no matter what I'm doing, is structured around when I'm eating and my food.
Yeah.
Gym in the evening, do my client work on my laptop at some point during the day. But I'm quite a simple person. I don't really sort of, do these like really fancy things and stuff like that. I sort of like having a very simple life that's just peaceful, going out for a walk, doing some training, eating my meals, doing my work, and then spending time with people that I care about. And that's pretty much every day's like that. Really, I'm quite a, like I said, I'm quite a simple person. I'm quite happy in my own company, just out sort of walking around or. Even being at home, just doing some work, I'm quite content in that, being in my own company. So then, obviously, to then get to spend time with people that, my son,
of course,
family, friends, all the rest of it is, just doing stuff with them. Like I said, I'm very, I'm easy to please. I'm quite a simple person.
I found it as well. Like as I've got older, now I've got my own kids as well. Like you can take all the faff and the fluff away from life, and it's just about enjoying time with them and with like your loved ones, etc.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. When I was younger, I used to love partying. I used to love going on holidays. I used to love doing all crazy stuff, and now I'm sort of just all about having a peaceful life and spending time with people I care about. Because, much as I enjoyed that at the time, I just like the simple life.
Is there a particular... You speak about eating, and we know why, because obviously you've got to maintain that the physique you're with the calories and the right calories, etc. Is there any way you go out to eat that you love? Like, I'm going to go out to eat. That this is where I'm headed every time.
I mean, generally, I'll if I was going out for a meal, I would always tend to go to like a steak restaurant.
Yeah.
But I am quite partial to lots of nice food. I love Indian food. I love Chinese. Anything really. Like,
not really fussy.
If it's got a lot of meat on it and it's quite a plentiful meal and it tastes good, then I'll have it. The only thing I'm not big on seafood restaurants, but apart from that, I'm pretty not fussy.
That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like I think that's one thing I do still enjoy doing is the social aspect of going out for food. Yeah. I mean, even now, going out for a nice meal with your friends or your family or whatever is something I really enjoy doing. And obviously the nice food is an added bonus as well.
I'm going to ask the question: how do you take steak?
Depends what steak it is. See, like I'm quite funny with this. So something like a fillet, I'd have it rare.
Yeah.
Rump or sirloin, medium rare. But if I have a ribeye steak, I'd always have it medium, just because I like the fat a little bit crispier. Yeah.
To be fair, I'm a medium guy pretty much across the board.
Yeah.
So I used to be well done, and then my sister-in-law's a chef, and she hated that about me.
Then you get these other people that are obsessed with having everything rare or medium rare, but a good ribeye steak actually would generally taste better if it's medium anyway. Well, for me anyway.
Hey, mate, everyone is slightly different when it comes to that, and I'm sure there'll be people going,
Yeah.
shouting at this, going,
Yeah, it should all
"No,
be
you
rare."
gotta have it blue.
Yeah.
What? No, at least cook it first.
Yeah.
Taking you back to younger years and that a lot. Did you have any nicknames, or have you got any nicknames now? Like, have you got anything?
No, it's just always Big Tell.
Big Tell.
Yeah, it's always been. I've just never really had any nicknames or anything like that. It's just, I suppose, Big Tell's the obvious one, I know.
Yeah, that's fair. And again, we know you did rugby when you were younger. Were there any other you sort of dabbled in some various sports? Was there any other hobbies, interests that really piqued your attention that you thought, do you know what? Yeah, I love this. And
it's always been sport based for me. So before rugby, it was judo. So I was really good at judo as a youngster. I was county champion, southern area champion, got bronze at the British Championships.
So literally, you're 6'6". You're like a decent judo. You don't want to meet you in a dark alley. Is what you're saying?
I'm an old man now. Yeah, I'm definitely a lover, not a fighter these days. That's for sure. But yeah, I mean, I just it's always been sport based, really, for me. Lots of my sort of social life, everything sort of comes around sport. I quite like being around other sports people as well. It's sort of quite like minded.
Yeah.
And you can sort of relate a lot to them, even if it's a slightly different sport. I think most good sports people are very almost do have a little bit of OCD and are a bit obsessive. So we sort of understand each other, which is always a nice thing. But yeah, I mean, I'm not really one for anything else really. I don't have any other hobbies. I wish I did, but it was always sport related.
Is there any particular music you're listening to at the minute, or does your music change depending on, like, if you're just sitting at home, popping the radio on or popping Spotify on or whatever you use, and then when you're training, is there a particular shift in that?
Massive shift. So again, sort of when I'm at home, I sort of tend to listen to stuff that's a little bit more sort of relaxing.
Yeah.
It varies from day to day. When I'm in the gym, I listen to stuff that just gives me energy. So it might be that it's really angry or quite aggressive. And the sort of stuff I would listen to when I'm training, like I listen to a lot of rap music when I'm training.
Yeah.
Drum and bass, all sorts of weird stuff that's like got big energy, but I wouldn't necessarily listen to that away from training. So it's kind of like, I suppose it does affect your mood, doesn't it, what music you're listening to. So when I'm in the gym, I want high energy and sort of aggression and everything else, whereas when I'm away from that, I just want peace and quiet. So I would generally listen to music that reflects sort of where your environment. Yeah.
Is there anything apart from sort of the shift in music that you do to relax? Is there something? I don't know. Do you go get a massage or something? Like, that's a rogue shout, but
not often. Probably less than I should actually, especially sports massage. I should really be having them frequently. But for me, relaxing is just sort of going out for a nice walk or doing something really simple. But like I said, I'm quite happy in my own space. So for me, sometimes relaxing is just me being on my own, in quiet. Like I actually quite enjoy driving. So even when I drive up here, it's about 2 hours. I don't have the radio on. I don't talk to anyone. I'm just in my own thoughts for the whole journey. And I quite like that personally. That sort of I find relaxing. I can deal with the things that I need to deal with, think about what I want to think about, and process it in my own mind. And that sort of, for me, is quite a relaxing process to do.